The tax here is just about to end, and a lot of people are piling into the lifetime ISA to grab that juicy government bonus before April 5th deadline. The lifetime ISA sounds like free money. The government gives you free £1,000 every year just for saving your own money up to £4,000 of your own cash. If you start at 18, you could collect up to £32,000 in bonuses by the time you're 50. It sounds like a no-brainer, right? Well, not quite. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying the lifetime ISA is bad. In fact, I've used it myself for years. It can be fantastic. It helps when you buy your first house. It's a smart tool to supplement your retirement income. But here's the thing, if you use it the wrong way, it can quickly go from a lifetime ISA to a long-term regret account. Because in just 1 year, over £75 million in fines were slapped on lifetime ISA users. That's not free money, that's a trap for the unwary. And now Martin Lewis, arguably the only personal finance guru MPs actually listen to, has taken this straight to Parliament. He even had MPs calling him Sir Martin.
Look, the lifetime ISA, first of all, the majority of basic rate taxpayers are employees and therefore have a match contribution through auto-enrolment. There are also many people who aren't. So we're not talking the majority of the country, we're talking a minority of self-employed basic rate taxpayers.
Here's something you might not know. I made a video on this back in 2024.
So you've probably heard a lot of buzz about the lifetime ISA or LISA, depending on how you want to say it. Your bank app keeps suggesting it. Every personal finance YouTuber raves about it. And that one friend who won't stop talking about how amazing it is often painted as the next best thing since sliced bread. After all, who doesn't want or love free money up to £1,000 a year just for saving up to £4,000 of your own money that you can use towards buying your first home or even saving for retirement? But is it really as perfect as it sounds?
Before you jump in, there's some recent news you should know about. Nearly 100,000 people were hit with significant withdrawal penalties for unauthorized use of their lifetime ISA accounts.
And I warned about many of these same issues months before they hit the deadline. So in this video, I will unpack what Martin shared with the Parliament, share a few things he didn't mention and how it affects you, and also help you figure out if the lifetime ISA is actually right for you. Now, before we dive in, quick disclaimer, I'm not your financial advisor, but I'm an experienced investor, former salaried NHS GP who reached financial freedom and left my salaried job 3 years ago, using many of the insights that I now share with you. In fact, over 10,000 doctors and professionals have used my content to make smarter financial decisions. So while this isn't personal financial advice, it's educational and is grounded in real-life experience, not just theory. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Egwim. I'm the founder of MoneywiseDoctor.com. I help doctors and other smart professionals make better financial decisions. No hype, no jargon, just straight talking finance content that works. Hit the subscribe button so you never miss a thing. Now let's dive right in. Why is the lifetime ISA so tempting? Well, let's be fair. The lifetime ISA does look attractive on paper. You can open one between 18 and 39 years and you can contribute up to £4,000 per year. The government adds a 25% bonus. That's a free £1,000 per year. In total, you could hit up to £32,000 if you start at 18 and you can use it to buy your first house or save for retirement. So yeah, it's easy to see why your banking app pushes it and your friends rave about it and the TikTok finance bros call it the cheat code. But like I said in my original video, what sounds like free money can come with very costly strings attached. Now, Martin Lewis, a man who's probably helped more Brits with money than the Treasury itself, made some excellent points when speaking to the MPs. He said, and I quote, "Far too many people are getting caught out by the 25% withdrawal penalty. The £450,000 property cap is out of touch, especially in London and the Southeast. And the rules are way too complicated for everyday savers."
The problem with the lifetime ISA, and that we all need to recognise, is the penalty for withdrawal. Now, I have no problem with the withdrawal penalty in its own right. I have a problem with it for first-time buyers buying a house.
Now, as someone who's been living in the Southwest for the past 7 years, I completely agree. In fact, I covered all this in my lifetime ISA video months ago in 2024. But let's go a bit deeper. I've had messages from doctors and other professionals who's been caught out badly by the lifetime ISA rules. Let's talk about the real traps and how you can avoid them.
Now, this is a very crucial topic. Have you secured your family's financial future? Many times you're busy as doctors and healthcare professionals, that's fine, but if we overlook our life insurance and income protection until it's too late, we're taking a bit of a risk here. I mean, nobody can predict the future. You need to protect what matters most. Think about life insurance and income protection. This is really quite important to protect your most valuable assets. Now, if you're not sure about what you need or how to go about it, check the link in the description. I have a free guide that can help you step by step. Let's get back to the episode.
Number 1, if you've saved for many years but your dream home costs too much, the lifetime ISA only works if your home costs £450,000 or less. If your dream place is £455,000, you're stuck. If you withdraw the money, boom, you get a 25% penalty. That penalty doesn't just take the bonus, it also slices into your original savings, especially if the platform also charges a fee. Now imagine saving £20,000 over 5 years and dreaming of the accumulated bonus. You could lose £5,000 overnight. And also remember the opportunity cost. What else could the money have been doing all that time? 2, you didn't realize it's locked until age 60. Now, if you're not using it for your first house, your money is locked away until 60 years of age. Unlike a C, personal pension, that you can usually access at 55 or 57 from 2027, the lifetime ISA, you can access it till you're 60 years. 3, you can't contribute after age 50. Even though the money is locked till 60, you can't add more after 50. So 10 years. No more government bonuses, just passive growth for 10 years if you're lucky. And then there's number 4. If you move abroad, the whole account is frozen. You're no longer a UK resident. You can't contribute anymore. And if you need the money before age 60, you know what's coming. 25% penalty again. Look, I've had doctors and other followers tell me that they were blindsided by this exact situation. So what should you do? Let me be clear. I'm not saying don't use a lifetime ISA. I mean, I use it myself, but you need to understand the small print and build a plan that works for you. Here's a few tips. Here's my suggestion. 1, you need to run the numbers. If your future home might exceed £450,000, think very carefully. 2, consider a SIP or workplace pension like NHS pension, especially if you want to retire early. LISA is not a replacement for a pension. And number 3, if you're likely to move abroad, factor that in before contributing. And even if you're already past the age 40 and missed the window for the lifetime ISA, don't worry, you've got other options. From the cash ISA to the stock and shares ISA, there's still a tiny window to make a smart move before this tax year ends. If you like a quick breakdown of all the ISA types, what they are, how they work, and which one might be right for you, check out my video somewhere here on the screen. The Ultimate ISA Guide is on here on the screen, just a few minutes long. Now, Martin Lewis is absolutely right to raise this alarm. The lifetime ISA is a well-intentioned product. It can be incredibly useful. And I use one myself, but it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. It has rigid rules, and if you don't understand them fully, it's easy to get caught out. Think of it as a complement to your pension, not a replacement. And while it's refreshing to see Parliament actually discussing personal finance for once, we can't wait for them to fix it. And that's why I'm making this video, so you don't get caught out like so many others have. Of course, if you want to get more content like this, subscribe to this channel for more real-world personal finance tips. Drop a comment below if you've used a lifetime ISA or got stung by one. And if you want weekly tools, tips, clarity on how to manage your finances, head over to moneywisedoctor.com/subscribe. Until next time, stay informed, stay protected, and stay money wise.